Hi, it's Marcy again, and this one's called Do You Have Adrenal Burnout? One of the big factors I was going through that I didn't realize again that I wasn't getting told by doctors was I had really bad adrenal burnout. A lot of the symptoms started off with not being able to sleep at night. I'd sit and be awake when I should be sleeping, and I'd literally just be laying there with my mind racing, and I'm like, I'm exhausted. Why can't I sleep? I'm laying here and I just can't sleep. And that was also brought on too with a lot more pain and stress of the body, and it was causing adrenal gland burnout. But I think a lot of people are dealing with adrenal burnout and they don't even realize it. It wasn't a big thing that doctors are even recognizing. One of the physical therapists I had at the time when I was going through this, he was telling me that, I was telling him I couldn't sleep, and he was saying I wasn't tired enough because I wasn't doing anything, because I was to the point where, I'm just laying down, putting ice on my back with my brace on because I'm so scared to do anything because everything caused some sort of pain. And he told me, I needed to be doing something. If I was being more physical, I'd be tired enough to fall asleep. So sometimes when I couldn't sleep at night, when I'm lying awake, I feel exhausted and I couldn't sleep, I'd get up in the middle of the night and I'd start going on walks thinking, all right, now I'm going to be really tired. I'm going to be really tired and I'm going to fall asleep when I get back. And, I'd go on like 2 or 3 mile walks in the middle of the night and I'd come back to bed, and guess what? Even worse. I'm laying there. I'm still even more exhausted, and not more than just exhausted. Now, I'm physically in pain and still not sleeping. So it was really a weird phenomenon for me because I was always fine with sleeping, and it just turned into something that I couldn't do. On average, when I was in like my climax of a lot of pain, was I was getting like 4 to 6 hours maybe of sleep broken up at night on average, and that was just the worst feeling ever. I mean, it just feels like the days were never ending, and you're in pain. It's not a good feeling. And one of the things I also noticed is like I did do drink coffee, or sometimes I would do mostly green tea when I was waitressing, to give me that energy, and I didn't realize how much that was affecting me. Because, a lot of people, if you're doing, any kind of stimulants, and most people do, especially like the energy drinks, which are, it's completely poison. You should never, ever drink something like that. And if you feel like you need that kind of energy, you should just have a different life, because that is completely unrealistic. No one should have to be that kind of energy. But anyways, the problems these things cause, and we don't even realize, but lack of sleep was a big deal. If you're being stressed out, if you're in any kind of physical pain or stress, it can cause weight gain. That's like you're not really eating any differently, or you're not doing anything differently, and you can start gaining weight midsection. It's your body's trying to protect himself, but that's another big side effect of adrenal burnout. But one of the things I realized that really started helping me when I started learning more about like animal products, because I used to be all into the herbal and the plant-based, and I did take a supplement. It was from Eric Berg. He's a pretty popular YouTube doctor guy, and he does have a lot of good things, but now that I've learned differently, I don't agree with a lot of his things. But I did notice one of his supplements for my adrenal gland helped so much more than all these other herbal stuff, and I started noticing a pattern of the adrenal gland supplements I was taking compared to the adrenal gland supplements that were like a waste of money, literally. And they had actual adrenal gland tissue in them, the full adrenal gland tissue, some sort of real organ in the supplement, and that made all the difference in the world. I was actually able to start sleeping again, which for me was it's still, if I can get good sleep, to me is a big accomplishment. It was also really helps handle pain better, helps you to handle stress better. We really need to start giving our adrenal glands the equipment it needs to build itself and protect itself, because pretty much all of us have abused our adrenal glands. But anyways, if you can get a good quality adrenal gland supplement that actually has adrenal gland in it, and get it, like, you know, if you can, grass fed and free range, and, you know, preferably from like New Zealand or America. But and if you can switch that off, because you're supposed to take it like, you know, a month or two and then switch it off to nothing and then back on it. But that really made night and day difference for everything. My mental health, my sleep. I mean, if you can't sleep, your mental is gone. Like, you cannot function as a normal human if you ain't sleeping. But so I just recommend that if you're having issues at all and you don't know why, you might have some of these problems in it, and most people do have adrenal gland burnout. So there was something that really night and day helped me, and hopefully it'll help someone else too. So that's it for today, and have a good one.